Good morning and a very happy new year to you as we go into 2021. That carol, O Come All Ye Faithful, must be one of the great favourites of all time. It books its place, doesn't it? It books its place every at Christmas night or Christmas Day. We have to sing it because of that last verse. Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning. That we can only sing on Christmas morning, so we have to sing it then. And it books its place in every traditional carol service too, because of that last verse. Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning. Jesus, to thee be glory given. Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. And it just echoes that the last reading of any traditional carol service from John chapter 1. Where it talks about in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And that Word, the living Word, has now appeared in flesh. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us, set up his tent among us. And so, in a traditional carol service, as you get to that reading, we need to sing that carol as well. So it's just become an incredibly popular, incredibly successful, wonderful carol that seems to be an essential part of Christmas. And it's got some quite deep theology in it as well, hasn't it? Lo, he abhors not the Virgin's womb. Something about the God who is God of God, light of light, becoming fragile and into the womb of a young woman. But what struck me, or struck us as we were talking about carols this week, was the first line. We read, O come all ye faithful, and almost it's so familiar that the whole carol comes into view. We all the verses, all the words kind of spring to mind, and so we almost forget what the words are. But what does it mean to say, O come all ye faithful? Who are the faithful who are being gathered? And I think it's probably quite easy to misunderstand that. Is it the devout, the faithful, those who are sort of religious people? Are they the ones who are being called, summoned? Or maybe, if it's the beginning of a service, it's all those faithful who've made it to church. Come and adore him, born the King of Angels. Is that who it's to? Is the Christmas invitation really to the devout? There certainly were devout people waiting for Jesus. But isn't it a bit wider than that? Or maybe faithful there we read in the sense that we think of it now, in terms of faithfulness to your word, to your spouse, to your partner, to your commitments. But didn't Jesus actually reach out to those who were unfaithful, who had checkered history of their relationships? The call to worship Jesus isn't just to those whose lives are sorted out, it's actually even more to those whose lives are not sorted out. But maybe I think in its original sense, the faithful are those who are full of faith, those who are prepared to reach out and put their trust in Jesus. And of course, those are the ones who do come. They may come from a checkered background, they may not be devout people, but simply in coming to Jesus, in turning to Jesus, in worshipping Jesus at Christmas, they're demonstrating true faith. And so I think the first line, although we might misunderstand it if we start to think about it, we think about it a bit more. It is the call of this carol, the call of Jesus through the ages. Any who will put their trust in him, he won't turn away. May you enjoy his presence and put your trust in him through this day and into this new year. God bless.